After talks that span 20 months, negotiators have reached a landmark deal aimed at reining in Iran's nuclear program.
The framework of the agreement is calling for Iran to limit its nuclear activity and to allow inspections. In exchange, economic sanctions will be lifted. CBS 2's Dick Brennan here now with the details. Dick.
Well, Maurice and Christine, it's nearly 2 years in the making with the support of 6 world powers, but clearly there is deep discord over this historic agreement with Iran.
This deal demonstrates that American diplomacy can bring about real and meaningful change. Change that makes our country and the world safer and more secure.
President Obama stresses that the deal to curb Iran's nuclear program offers an opportunity to move in a new direction. Under the agreement, Iran will have to reduce its stockpile of enriched uranium by 98%, cut the number of nuclear centrifuges by 2/3, and allow inspectors into the country to verify it is following the accord. Not only will inspectors be able to access Iran's declared facilities daily, but they will also have access to the entire supply chain that supports Iran's nuclear program from start to finish. In return, the U.S. and UN will lift economic sanctions, including frozen bank accounts and allowing Iran to begin selling its oil on the world markets.
What a stunning, historic mistake.
But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says this deal is rewarding terrorists.
In a decade, this deal will give an unreformed, unrepentant, and far richer terrorist regime the capacity to produce many nuclear bombs.
Iranian President Hassan Rouhani praised the deal and said his country never intended to produce nuclear weapons. In the agreement, Kerry says that the U.S. will have the power to monitor Iran's nuclear capabilities much more closely.
From uranium mines to centrifuge manufacturing and operation.
But no matter how many eyes are on Iran, there is still bipartisan unease for their compliance on Capitol Hill.
And this isn't about Democrats or Republicans. It's not a partisan issue at all. It's about right versus wrong.
And Boehner adds,
it's going to hand a dangerous regime billions of dollars in sanctions relief while paving the way for a nuclear Iran.
Congress now has 60 days to review the deal. No one doubts this will be a tough sell on Capitol Hill, and many have stated that they don't trust the Iranians to live up to their end of the bargain. President Obama said he will veto any congressional legislation that stands in the way of this deal. Maurice.
Okay, Dick, thank you. The deal has certainly opened an intense debate on Capitol Hill. Some Democrats are cautious. Some congressional Republicans have already signaled their objection.
Based on what I've heard so far, I would have to oppose it. I believe that it does not serve the interest of the United States for several reasons. One, it in effect locks in place Iran's nuclear program.
I'm currently reviewing the deal to see if it meets the needs as I've outlined. It has to be verifiable. It has to be able to detect activities that are clandestine.
Senator Chuck Schumer said he plans to go through the deal with a fine-tooth comb. In New Jersey, Senator Cory Booker says he will carefully weigh the details, and Bob Menendez says it is an opportunity for Congress to exert its responsibility. In Connecticut, Senator Richard Blumenthal says the terms must now be carefully reviewed, and Chris Murphy says he will carefully review the terms as well. And coming up here on the news at 6, the deal with Iran has lawmakers split. But how do Iranians living in the United States feel? CBS 2's Hazel Sanchez has what they think about the Iranian government and its ability to keep its promises.